Good afternoon, time is 12:16, and we're pleased to have in the studios with us Nevis's Director of Sports, Mr. Jamir Claxton, who is also here in his capacity as a representative from the Sknfa, that's the St. Kitts Nevis Football Association. And good afternoon to you, Mr. Claxton.
Good afternoon.
Mr. Claxton, it's good to have you here. How are you feeling today, sir?
I'm feeling very good. I must say.
Well, you see, that's good to know, you know. That's very good to know on your part. Mr. Claxton, we understand that you would have been here. You have been in the Sknfa for some time. Could you just, give us a little bit about yourself and in terms of your role specifically in the Football Association?
Okay, so I got involved with Sknfa around 2014. I was the manager of the U20s then, and also the U23 national teams, men's team. Then in 2017, I was part of a team that contested the election and was successful in becoming a member of the executive committee, which is now called the council. Also during that period, I would have chaired the technical committee of the Sknfa, which is responsible for all technical development. And in 2018, I was promoted to the manager of the senior men's national team. I've been the manager of the team since. Currently, I also serve in the function. I'm now recently appointed Deputy General Secretary. So I support the General Secretary in terms of the Sknfa's operations. And then I also chair the competitions committee.
Mr. Claxton, thank you very much for that synopsis about yourself. Now, obviously, you're here for a certain reason or certain reasons. Now, we do understand that the under-20 qualifiers as part of CONCACAF championships, they're coming up. And they're coming up pretty soon, Friday, of course. Could you just shed a little light on that for the sake of the public? Tell us what it means specifically for the Federation as a whole.
So the CONCACAF U20 qualifiers is our region's qualifiers for the Under-20 World Cup, the FIFA Under-20 World Cup. Each region has their qualifiers, and so we have started ours, or we're about to start ours. And for us here at the Sknfa, I think it's a privilege to be hosting. There are 6 groups across the region, and we're hosting 2. And I think it's a testament to the work that the Sknfa has been doing in terms of hosting events and so forth. We've shown the regional body that we are very capable in terms of delivering quality tournaments, and so we've gotten the opportunity. We are the only country who are hosting 2 groups. All other groups have been held in one country, one individual country. So, as I said, I think it's a testament to the work we've been doing in terms of showing the region that we can host tournament. As I mentioned, the U20 tournament is a qualifying tournament for the CONCACAF region, which is leading towards the FIFA Under-20 World Cup, which is going to be in Chile in 2025.
Yes. Mr. Claxton, now it's plain to see that the SK and Sugar Boys, they are vying for first place in this respect. How confident are you as part of the Sknfa's association? How confident are you to think or even say to the public this afternoon that the boys will come out on top?
Yeah, we're very confident. One of the things as it relates to the under-20 tournament, St. Kitts Nevis has had some good and great moments in this tournament in the past. So we have a history. For example, I would have been a part of 2 very historic moments. One, when we defeated Jamaica in the Dominican Republic, and then which took us to the final rounds of the qualifiers, where we had a shot to go to the World Cup. Unfortunately, we didn't. And then in 2018, one of our best moments in football, when we defeated Canada, the mighty Canada, 2-1. So St. Kitts Nevis is always confident going into these youth tournaments. We have a very good team led by Lester Morris, Coach Lester Morris and the staff. And so one thing I can guarantee you that the Sugar Boys is going to give 110% for the nation.
Mr. Claxton, now as it relates to the team specifically, we understand it's a 20-member team, and there are at least 2 divisions, if I'm correct, on that team. Now, specifically for Nevis, what is your view on this? Do you feel that, you know, this is going to be good for not just the football teams in Nevis, but Nevis as an island? And could there have been in any way more divisions on the team? Like, how does the process go in selecting the players?
So first of all, I want to take this opportunity to congratulate Chris Jeffers, we also know him as Chris Brown, and Jamal Lewis for being for making the final team. So congratulations to those two individuals. The process is pretty simple. A call is sent out for persons to come to train to all the clubs. So all the member clubs will receive a communication that players who are born in this year, whatever, you need to come out and train for the year 20 program. Then it's up to now to the coaches to continuously break down the team to get the best team. So at the end of the day, the 20 players selected were, in the eyes of the coaches, the best 20 available. So the process is basically simple. You're invited to national team training, so you have a squad. The squad is continuously break down as the coaches evaluate until you get to the final 20, which is the requirement by the competition organizers, which is CONCACAF.
It almost sounds as if there is some sort of elimination process then.
Yes, yeah, so there has to be a process. You cannot take 40 players to the tournament. There are rules and regulations that govern how much players are in the final squad. And so for this particular tournament, it's 20.
Yes. Now, specifically for the Sugar Boys, there are at least 2 matches we understand that the SKN is going to play against other teams, Group E and F. Now, as it relates to the hosting of games, as it relates to, you know, the matches being played at Sknfa's technical center in St. Peter, St. Kitts, can there be anything in the future be sorted out or be handled to say any matches of that magnitude in the near future also could have been held here on Nevis? Do you think Nevis is ready to host such an event, so to speak?
Yes, I do think so. Nevis has the capability to host matches. We have the facility. There are certain other things that we will need to put in place. The good thing about it, we know what are the requirements. And I know for a fact that the Sknfa has and will consider hosting international matches here in Nevis. So that's something to look forward to. As it relates to the matches that we're going to be playing, and just for the general public, St. Kitts Nevis is hosting groups E and F of the competition. We are in Group E, and in our group we have Haiti, as you mentioned, Puerto Rico and the Cayman Islands. We are also hosting Group F, as I mentioned, and that group will feature Jamaica, Bermuda, Grenada and Martinique. The games are going to be played at the Technical Center in St. Peter's, and the admission fee is $15 per night. The games are double headers on each day, so you have the opportunity to watch 2 matches each day. First match starts at 4 p.m., second match at 7 p.m. Of course, I think we are all aware by now, St. Kitts Nevis kick off their qualifiers this coming Friday versus Puerto Rico at 7 p.m. So, I'm encouraging the general public to come out and support our Sugar Boys, our young Sugar Boys.
Mr. Claxton, now you've given quite a bit of information as it relates to development and ongoing efforts as part of the Sknfa's part. Where do you see this leading for young players in St. Kitts and Nevis? We have the under-20 qualifiers. One would imagine, of course, there's going to be 18-year-olds on the team, 17-year-olds perhaps. Where do you see this, or what impact, I may ask, what impact do you expect as behalf of the association it will have on the youths in both St. Kitts and Nevis?
Well, there will be a number of impact. And first of all, as it relates to the development, the Sknfa has a number of programs that are in place that is geared towards continuously developing our players. Currently ongoing, and I must mention this, we have the Talent Development Scheme, which targets younger players, and this program is funded by FIFA, supporting the Sknfa. There are going to be a number of centers. One is in Nevis, so they're going to be a center in Nevis, a center in Keon, center in Bastyr, and a center in Sandy Point, I think. Yeah, virtual Sandy Point area. And then there's going to be a national center. So what happened is about producing elite players. So the top players are going to be at the national center. Then the players just beneath them are going to be at the regional centers, the 4 centers that I listed. And the idea is you have to continuously perform at a high level to remain at the top, at the national center, or somebody at one of the regional centers to come and take your place. It's a method being used in a number of countries, like Germany and so forth, and it's a kind of iron sharpen iron type of program that is geared towards producing the best players. So the TDS program is one of the programs that is geared towards development. As it relates to this particular U20 team, in these tournaments are often followed by college scouts, universities, academies, international youth academies, international professional teams. They're always looking for the next talent. And so there's an opportunity for our players. Once they perform, you never know who's watching. I know for a fact a number of scouts from clubs in the US are expected to be here monitoring the players. Not just our players, the players who are participating in tournaments in general, but it's an opportunity for our young players to put themselves in the window. Speaking of putting yourself in the window, we recently actually had a combine where we had university coaches and scouts, college coaches and scouts, and some professional scouts from both Mexico and the United States here in the Federation. We had a number of players, I think, if I'm not mistaken, up to 160 players who were on display for these scouts to evaluate. In the near future, we are expected to release some good news in relation to some of the players who caught the eyes of these scouts, and so we have some good news in the not too distant future. We're just sifting through some stuff as it relates to that, and so the Sknfa is doing everything not only to create a development pathway, but also to expose our players to get opportunities overseas.
Mr. Claxton, I just want to say for the record too, as I heard about the TDS program, and as you mentioned, the players from international clubs, so to speak, coming here and helping the youths. That's very commendable on the association's part, and we can certainly see that there are efforts which are ongoing to develop the young and raw talent we have here in St. Kitts and Nevis. Mr. Claxton, we just have about 2 minutes left. Is there anything you feel the public ought to know about the under-20 qualifiers? Anything you feel they should know but you didn't get to say? Anything at all?
Well, as I mentioned earlier, that I want to. The team is led by Mr. Lester Morris, who is the head coach, and he has a staff supporting him. I just want to tell that our team has 3 games in these qualifiers. We're trying to top the group. We are confident that we could top the group. We play against, as I mentioned, Puerto Rico on Friday evening. Then we have Sunday evening. We play against Haiti, and then next Tuesday evening we play against the Cayman Islands. I'm taking it at 7 p.m. each night. So I'm encouraging the general public to come on out and support our team. It's just $15 for the double header. Of course, there are games before us. The other group is going to play on the days that this group. So Group F is going to be played on Saturday, Monday, and Wednesday. So let's keep that in mind. As I mentioned, $15. The game starts at 7 p.m. In terms of supporting the team, I wanted the general public to also note that we have shirts, Sugar Boys shirts on sale, jerseys on sale at the Sknfa Secretariat on Lozak Road. Just 50 US, authentic jerseys, 50 US. So come on out, buy a jersey, come to the games, support our boys. We need your support. Remember, this is the first step to possibly qualifying for the 2025 Under-20 World Cup. Here in St. Kitts and Nevis, we always dream big. We work hard, dream big, and anything is possible. So, but for us to possibly realize that dream, we need the support of the general public. So come on out, support the team. Remember, starting this Friday, 7 p.m. versus Puerto Rico.
Mr. Jamir Claxton, Director of Sports at Nevis, and who is also part of the Sknfa, St. Kitts and Nevis Football Association. Thank you very much for your time, sir, and thank you for giving out the pertinent information that you just provided as it relates to the under-20 qualifiers. Sir, all the best to you and the association, and of course the Sugar Boys, who will be vying to come out on top. So we hope for the best for them. You know, as we say sometimes, no pressure. They go do what they have to do. They bring it home, fine. Well, if otherwise, at least they make it out there. That's the essence of the matter in which you just alluded to. So, Mr. Claxton, thank you very much once again. Have a great day and stay safe.
All right, thank you for having me.
Yes.
Gear up, football fans! It's about to go down at the Sknfa Technical Center in St. Peters. Come on out and support our under-20 national team as they try to defeat their opponents, Haiti, Cayman Islands, and Puerto Rico in the CONCACAF under-20 qualifiers on February 23rd, 25th, and 27th, all starting at 7 p.m. sharp. Brace yourselves for the heart-stopping action, jaw-dropping skill, and a vibe that's off the charts. So walk with